Hello, welcome back. Today we've got another £200 worth of 10p's. We're hunting through looking for alphabet 10p's. Got some territory coins, other intriguing coins along the way because the alphabet 10p's are so hard to find. Ideally though, we want some 2019 dated alphabet 10p's. We've got almost the full set. We've got A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M, N, O, P, R, T, U, V and X. So 6 still to go. If we don't find some 2019s, we could always find a 2018. This is our third 2018 book because the 2019s are so hard to find, so scarce, rare and low minted. So far we've got A, E, G, I, K, M, Q, V, X and Y. So plenty still to complete our third 2018 book, but let's get into these bags and see what we find. Okay then, whilst the coin hunt is ongoing, I'm going to be going through some questions that I've taken from, or comments that I've taken from the comment section of my videos recently. So if you have got a random love and a like for me but no reply, it means I've taken a screenshot of it and I'll be answering it in a future 10p coin hunt. So leave your questions down below if you've got something you want me to answer. We're going to start with Mark Billingham. Says, what is your opinion on the rumour that they will be producing a further set of Star Wars coins? I think I screenshotted this a few weeks ago. So I think we knew a while ago that we were getting another 4 Star Wars coins. We're getting vehicles. That's the Millennium Falcon, the TIE Fighter, X-Wing and the Death Star. And I must say, I really like these designs a lot more than I liked the first 4. Although I loved the first 4, they were very cool. I think the vehicles and the sort of pattern in the background field of the coin work really well, so I'm quite excited to get them. It's quite nice that they're a bit lower minted as well. Potentially they might not lose as much value as some of the other ones that get minted in massive volume, but we don't worry about that really. We just want to get them. I don't worry about it. I just want the new coins when they come out. But no, I think they're really exciting, and I don't know, will we get more coins after this? There are plenty of other characters and planets and themes that they could use from Star Wars, but I'm not totally convinced we'll see more Star Wars coins. But no, I quite like this set and I'm looking forward to getting more of them. Steve Bristol says, where can I get a Holy Toledo shirt? I love it. So yeah, my Holy Toledo shirts, there's a link in the description across to Teespring, although I think they're called Spring now. You can get them in all the different colours that I wear them in. So yeah, so you can check that out. I don't know what's going on with my camera, it's flickering a bit, but there we go. Oh! P for Postbox, there we go. 2018. Super stuff. That's the first alphabet 10p I ever found was a 2018 P. Very nice. Right. Vic 7000 says, just thinking about the Benjamin Bunny rotation error, do we know how they get into circulation? Does one of the Raw Mint staff accidentally put one of the dies in the wrong way round and then realise after say 200,000 are minted, and then is decision made to circulate the coin anyway since the cost to melt down and restrike would be potentially wasted? Or is the error just not spotted in the process at all and the coins make their way into circulation as errors without the mint's knowledge? I feel like there has to be some quality checks which would spot it, so I assume the mint chose to circulate anyway. It's a good question. I've not thought of it that way. I know that some errors, if you take the undated 20p, the Mule 20p or the Mule Lord Kitchener, they are quite big errors where they sort of contravene what should always happen with coins. So there should always be the date on the coin. On the Lord Kitchener, the Mule error, there is no denomination on it, which is unusual. So I think in those cases it's just as simply that they were checked and the error was not picked up before they got put into circulation. The Benjamin Bunny rotation error, you posed an interesting question because it's not a massive error that contravenes not having a date, not having the denomination, or having, I don't know, the wrong heads and tails of a coin paired together. So it would be interesting if they had picked it up, would they've gone, no, that's all right, we'll just put them in circulation, that's not too much of an error to worry about. My thoughts would be that the Raw Mint doesn't like making errors in circulating coins. They don't like making errors anyway, so I feel like if they'd spotted it, they would have melted them down and re-minted them. They do quality control checks, so the real machines that are minting these coins, they fall into little like little box, and it's someone who has to come along and pulls out a handful of them and inspects them with an eyepiece to spot any potential defects, to make sure the dies are still working, and in the handful of coins that they check, if they seem fine, the rest of them get emptied into a great big tote and then get eventually packaged up and put in the long store ready for circulation. With the Benjamin Bunny, it's again, I've spoken to my friend Grossi about this an awful lot. It's not totally clear which way. It's an easy, because of the orientation of the design, I think it's quite easy to have got that a few degrees off and still not spot it. So I wouldn't want to be the person who did the quality checking on the tub of them that ended up having this rotation error, but I feel like it's probably an error that has been missed and then put into circulation and not realised until they're in circulation. Paul Hoskins says, how long does it take to edit and put the coin videos on YouTube? Very good question. Depends. It varies from video to video. The £2.50 is normally about 20 minutes, half an hour or so, maybe a bit more than half an hour to go through the coins looking for the commemorators and then check the key dates. 10p's take 40 minutes to whiz through the coins, and then obviously there's the 10-minute rambling that I'm doing now. Editing, I don't know, 20 minutes of video maybe, and then the upload doesn't normally take that long, assuming my internet's working quickly. So it doesn't take a huge amount of time to put the videos together. There are other videos I've done, like the penny world record hunts, that take much longer. The world coin hunts take a lot longer to edit than to record. That's about an hour all in. I guess it varies from video to video, it's all good fun. Oh, another one! M for Macintosh 2019, woohoo! Very, very cool. 2 in a hunt, my goodness gracious me. Auntie Audie says, so far all the colour coins have been put into circulation along with the non-colorized coins, so you could find either in your change. The last toonie you showed was minted celebrating Canada's indigenous population. It's always a pleasure seeing Canadian coins in your world coin hunt. So yes, I'm very jealous of countries like Australia, like Canada and other countries where you have 2 versions of the coins in circulation. You have a coin with a bit of colour on it and a version of it that doesn't have colour on it. We've seen coins with colour on it in the UK in more recent years. So the Star Wars coin is a great example. You can buy it with the colorized version with the Millennium Falcon on it, and with just base metal without the colour. And I would love to have some coins with colour in circulation, because I think that would draw the eye to the coin. It might take a bit of getting used to. It's a bit of sometimes it can be a bit of a novelty, but I think having a bit of colour on the coins would draw people's eyes to their change. It could potentially create a whole bunch of collectors. But yes, very jealous of those of you in countries with we're having special coins with bits of colour on them in your circulation. Right, Makimula says, another cash cow for the Royal Mint, replicating the 2023 exclusive with the same designs, albeit with different packaging and dates. I for one won't be getting the new ones, even if I lived around the corner from the Royal Mint. I think the strike on the day may well be the Team GB as well. So this is in regards to my last Royal Mint trip, and I'm actually planning to go probably towards the end of next month to get the latest strike your own. But they have the Royal Mint exclusive £5 coins, which are always a bit divisive, and we have discussed at lengths before, because it's not nice for all collectors to have to travel to the mint, because not everyone can, or it's a long trip down there, so you're having to rely on third parties to buy them at source and then resell them. It can be a bit tricky. I was disappointed. I can't lie about that. I was disappointed it's the same designs as last year, that they're being reminted with just different dates. So I'm still buying them because I'm a mug and can't help myself, but I think there are plenty of other pound coin designs that could have been reused for a new set, and I think that would have been a bit more exciting. Although on the flip side, the boring designs are the ones that don't get bought, so then the boring designs that then don't get bought end up with a very low mintage, and then the desirable coins of the future, it works in such a weird and wacky way. But I don't know, I think these ones will probably will sell out. Michael Sargent says, thanks for the hunt. Do you think there are any Kew Gardens out there? Why should there be? There would there would have to have been hundreds of unobservant people for there to be a Kew Gardens out there, which must have passed through so many hands, so many hundreds of hands. I think they're probably all taken out of circulation now. I totally disagree with you. In fact, it's on a weekly basis I'm messaged by someone who has found a Kew Gardens, or a friend or a relative has found a Kew Gardens. They definitely are still out there. They're just very, very hard to find. I mean, if you think about, I have, what's it, around 81,000 subscribers now. That one person a week out of 81,000 people is not a lot of people finding Kew Gardens, but they are out there. There are plenty of people who think nothing of the coins in their change. They are just coins, they are just money to be used in transactions, and they're not looking at the designs. I think the Kew Gardens obviously is one that most, well, I would say not, I wouldn't even say most, I'd say more people are aware that is a really rare and valuable coin to find, but it doesn't mean that everyone pays any attention. In fact, I have a colleague, and I work for a coin dealing company, who still doesn't check their change, even the chance of having that Kew Garden. So I think there are plenty of people out there that don't know what potentially treasure can be found in circulation. We're going to wrap up with one more coin from Diesel Dragon. Says, I don't know the first thing about Agatha Christie, so when it came to the edge hunt, the abnormally squared off coin suggesting a proof and the little grey cells, all I could think about was the inside of police transport vehicles, but at least I know what NIFC means. What I never understood was why people sometimes take coins out of sets and throw them into circulation. You might get the occasional emergency case of course, gas out, forget the coin collection, we need the boiler on, but the frequency with which they seem to pop up appears to be quite beyond that level. So I guess the big question is, this is off the back of me finding an Agatha Christie £2 coin earlier in the year, which wasn't one put into circulation, just collector's sets. So how do those coins get into circulation? Why do they get into circulation? It's a really interesting topic, and what I think is more the case is that it's people who are given, gifted or inherited collections of coins or sets of coins, or maybe somebody, you have a friend who really likes Agatha Christie books and you buy them a brilliant uncirculated Agatha Christie £2 coin, and they don't really understand that there's a value to that more than its face value to a collector, maybe they aren't that interested in coins and they've just popped out and spent it. I think that's more the case. It's people unaware of the value of some of the coins, and on the flip side, there's some people that like being able to spend NIFC coins. I spent one for Britannia Coin Company TikTok. I spent a Frankenstein £2 coin. I think it's kind of fun that that's an NIFC out there that viewers, other people who make videos could potentially find. So, and I know a couple of other people who have spent NIFC coins just as a bit of fun to put some exciting coins out there, not on mass. So you're talking about the odd coin here and there, but no, I think it's quite exciting. But I think the vast majority of the NIFCs that are out there are done by mistake. I know that there are companies that do the face value exchanges, and if you are paying £2 for this NIFC £2 coin, I did it when I went to Tankfest for £2. I got a D-Day Landings £2 coin. So if you've only spent £2 on it, potentially that's one that you might not miss, and you might actually spend and end up in circulation. But that being said, that's enough of me jabbering on. Let's get back to the coins. Well, there we go. What a great result. We have got a whole bunch, 3 from Jersey. It was a range of years, I think, 92, 2016, 2002, so that's pretty cool. Croatian 2 Kuna, obviously not a 10p, but you can see how it has made it into a bag of 10p's, and this one I just think it's just in too nice of a condition. For a coin minted in 2002, I have my suspicions about whether this may have been a brilliant uncirculated coin, but who knows. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you think of this one. So it's too nice for condition to leave out, and wanted to keep for my oddities box. And then we've got 2, not 1 but 2 P from 2018, which I think is a newborn for the book, and then Star of the Show M for Macintosh from 2019. Sadly, one we've already got in the book, so it won't be a new one for the book, but 2019 alphabet 10p is always what we are looking for. But the P is a new one for the book, so let's move these all out of the way. And where does it go? Next page. Well, there we go. The addition of the P means we've got at least 2 on all the panels. In fact, if we get one more, on this panel. We've got 3 on every single panel, which is very, very cool. Well, as ever, I invite you to let me know in the comments what you pick as your star find, and as usual, if you found an Alphabet 10p this week, I want to know what you found and where you found it. It's always exciting to see other people finding these Alphabet 10p's as well. And for the weeks where I don't find one of these Alphabet 10p's, because they are so scarce and hard to find, it's always a bit reassuring that people are still finding them out there. Links as usual are in the description across to my coin collecting Discord server if you want to come and join that. There's also links to my other social media channels, the PO Box address if you want to write into me, and a link to the Britannia Coin Company, the company I work for as my day job, so please do check their YouTube channel out as well. All that leaves me to do now is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye!